Hi, today I'm going to discuss ear seed acupressure for quit smoking. Before we go into the details of the technique, let's do a basic review on this foundation for this treatment. Based on traditional Chinese medicine, it is believed that ear is the microsystem of the entire human body. Human conditions are treatable by stimulation of the surface of the ear, which contains ear acupuncture or acupressure point for specific conditions. So when this acupressure point are stimulated, the smooth and button flow of vital force are activated and transmitted to the related organs or areas, thus allow healing to take place. And for example, in this ears, there are many different acupressure points, which is related different kind of conditions or diseases. And for example, this 2 pound is related to insomnia, and this blue pound is related to smoking, and this green pound is related to anxiety, and here the red pound related to sugar craving. So each pound on your ear may correspond to the condition you have. And when you stimulate this pound, and the central force, and most likely maybe create some neurotransmitter to the relative organ. So it's possible to use this ear acupressure pound for quit smoking. Here just summarize this 5 basic pound for you to quit smoking. And so for the technique to use, you can either just press this point, you call it acupressure, and you can also go to an acupuncturist, which give you use acupuncture to stimulate this point and to create some kind of a stimulation that can force the point to release some chemicals. And here just give you 5 pounds, which can be used for the quit smoking treatment. And the first pound is cinnamon, and this pound is associated with stress, anxiety, and sensitivity. So we know that people who quit smoking, when they always have some anxiety. So this, when you press this pound, it's a tend to reduce anxiety of smoking. And the second pound is kidney pound. Kidney pound in traditional Chinese generally believe all your forces come from kidney. So you, by this, press this pound, you get more of energy from here. And the third pound is pound 0. And the pound 0 is related to this whole body balance. So it's very important pound for you to make sure your body is balanced. And especially when you quit smoking, you feel that the entire system is not working very well. So this, by press this pound, just try to maintain the balance for the entire body. And the fourth pound is lung pound. This pound is associated with respiratory function. We know the smoking and the biggest damage to your body is the lung, because all the smoking can generate thousands of chemicals, and most are very toxic. So by stimulate this pound, is help your lungs to recover from this damage from smoking. And the fourth pound is nicotine pound. And why they call it nicotine pound? This is since this pound is associated with this craving, so that is pound which voices have desire to craving for this smoking. So this pond, usually you should have used this, press all the three pond in the same time. So to get best results. And today we are focused on the air seed for the acupressure. So what it is there's a kind of specific seed, and the seed is created from a herb, is a Vacarius plants. So from this plants, they generate this air seeds, and this air seed have very specific functions, which are stimulate, can cause stimulation on this acupressure point. So you just put all this air seed in relatively to this 5 pound we described on semen and kidney, pound 0, lung, and nicotine pound. So I'll put all this on you in air, and this you can, and this air seed can be stay for as long as you like. Usually the maximum can be stay for 7 days, even so you have a shower or anything. And the good is that this plant can create as a stimulating, which can stimulate your plant to create relative neural. The final thought for this air seed acupressure is that, and first of all, this method is safe, and even so you don't feel safe, that you can just use acupressure. Just try to pass all this 5 pound. The 5 pound, as mentioned, is the semen, which is good for reduce your anxiety, and then kidney, which make you have more energy, and pound 0 just make you homeostatic balance, and then you have non-pound, which improve your respiratory function, and for nicotine pound is the social craving. So you can just try to press this pound, and that will be no any damage. But for best result, maybe you should have used this air seed, to put the air seed on this 5 pound. So the air seed have, because it's from herb, which can stimulate the pound, will create some kind and stimulating effect. And so another thing is that this method is effective. Many people try this method and find this very useful. So most people which don't get good results because they don't have. This is sometimes slightly difficult for people to do it yourself, because this 5 pound, you need to take your time to really identify this 5 pound, and especially when you use air seed, do it yourself. This can be difficult because you don't know how to pinpoint this point. So in the beginning, it's good for you to just ask your friends or your family member to help you use to identify this point. You can stimulate this point. You usually get kind of sour feeling, and for first few times, try to ask your friend to help to put this air seed on your ear. Air seed acupressure for quit smoking. And if you want to know more information, there's a description on this this video, and feel free to read down to go to the site to learn more. If you like our channel, please subscribe, and see you in my next video. Bye.